Am I audible to you all? Please let me know in the chat box. Am I audible to you? From the last lecture, we have started with the new chapter, that is surface area and volume. So today we'll just begin with the reading part. But before that, just let me know I'm audible to you or not. Okay. So today we'll start with sphere. So what is the meaning of sphere? Sphere is nothing that we just have to consider a simple thing, a thing in a 3D item, right? For example, that earth globe or metallic ball or football and something like this. So sphere is just like this, and its surface area is given as 4 pi r square. You can enter it just using that 4 times area of the circle. Right? So surface area for the sphere is given as 4 pi r square. Similarly, for volume of the sphere, you have to use 4 upon 3 times pi r cube. Okay? So obviously for sphere, curved surface area and total surface area will be equal here, right? So surface area will be 4 times pi r square and volume is nothing but 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Now, suppose we have such type of sphere, what you have to consider here, taking support of the bell, we are just rewinding the strip around the ball. Okay, so it will give you the total value of surface area because already we have discussed about it. That if we have to find the value of area, then area is nothing but suppose we have to cover the whole diagram. Then for that आपको total कितने यूनिट के लिए लगेगा? It is known as the surface area. Okay. So for surface area, you can easily find it. So it will be around 4 times pi r square, which will be like this. Okay. Now second case, you can also form a four circles, four circles of radius 10 centimeter. So again, you will just consider this one. Length of the string using for this winding is same as pi r square, right? Because we just have to consider what will be area of this circle. So length of the string used in the winding for the first circle will be pi r square, which is nothing but 314. So similarly, if you will check for the other things, you will get the total of this thing. Okay. Hence, surface area of a sphere is nothing but 4 times pi r square. Now, we'll just try to solve few more questions on it. See, for the 10th syllabus, they will ask you to find the question which will based on two diagrams, maybe sphere and cylinder or hemisphere and say did all this way. So before starting with the actual examples, we'll just go through the basic. We have to find the volume of surface area, volume and surface area of the sphere of radius 4.2 centimeter. We know that volume of a sphere is given as a 4 upon 3 pi r cube, which is nothing but 4 upon 3. We'll take pi as a 22 upon 7 into r cube, that is 4.2, 4.2 and so on. So after equating this, you will get its value as 310.464 cubic centimeter. This will be the value of volume of the sphere. What we have used here, we just have to use the formula for volume of the sphere and later on we'll just substitute the corresponding values. Similarly, we have to find out what will be surface area. So, surface area is nothing but 4 times pi r square. Again, we'll just put the values of pi and r. So, after solving this, you will get the value of surface area will be 221.76 square centimeter. If we have to talk about volume, then unit will be cubic centimeter, and if we are talking about area, then that unit will be square centimeter. Getting this one? Okay. Now see, we have given the surface area of the sphere will be 616 square centimeter. Then what will be its volume? Surface area of the sphere will be 616, but we know that surface area of the sphere is nothing but 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So we just have to find the value for I. Once we get the value of I, we'll just put for the volume of for the formula for a volume. So you will get the required answer. See, 616 is same as 4 times pi r square. Hence, value of r square will be something like this. You will get r square as a 49. So obviously r is nothing but considering square root on both sides. You will get its radius as a 7 centimeter. So then we'll just use the formula for volume of the sphere, which is nothing but 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So it will be 4 upon 3 into 22, sorry, and so on. So 7 will get cancelled and you will get something like this, 4312 upon 3, which is nothing but 1437.33. That is 1437.33 cubic centimeter, because it will be the value of volume. Okay. So these are just very basic. Next part is what will be hemisphere. Hemi stands for half and sphere is nothing but a sphere. So hemisphere is nothing but half of the sphere. For example, half cut of the straight line or hemispherical bowls. ये इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आपको कई बार सॉल्व करना है. So what will be the actual figure of hemisphere? It will just look like this. There will be two faces. The first one is the circular face, which you can see the upward face, and second one is nothing but curved surface. Curved surface. Okay. So suppose radius of that hemisphere will be r. Suppose radius of the hemisphere will be r here. Then again we have to find two formulas for hemisphere. One will be for curved surface, second will be for total surface. But for curved surface, I know that what will be the surface of whole sphere. Surface of whole sphere is given as 4 pi r square, and we already know that curved surface area and total surface area for the whole sphere will be same. It means that we can easily find out what will be the curved surface area of this hemisphere. It is nothing but half of the sphere. So as curved surface area for the sphere is given as a 4 pi r square, hence curved surface area for hemisphere will be twice of pi r square. And when we are talking about total surface area, we just have to add the area of the circular face into the curved surface area. So as curved surface area will be 2 times pi r square and area of the circular face will be pi r square. Right? So total surface area will be 3 times pi r square. Okay. And third case, that is what will be volume. Volume is nothing but capacity. Again we have the volume of whole sphere. Volume of the sphere is given as a 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So if we have to find volume of the hemisphere, it is nothing but half of 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So 2 2s are, you will get volume will be 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Getting this one? As I had told you, we have to solve many more questions based on it, which will contain hemisphere or cylindricals and yes, see. Now, the curved surface area of the hemisphere is given as 905 to 1 upon 7 square centimeter. Then we have to find what will be volume. They are talking about curved surface area. We know that curved surface area for the hemisphere is nothing but आपके पास value क्या रहता है? Curved surface will be 2 times pi r square. So first of all, we'll just find out before this. We have the mixed fraction here. For mixed fraction, we will just find out additional one, right? So it will be something 6335 plus 1 upon 7. That is, here curved surface area will be 6336 upon 7 square centimeter. We'll just equate it with formula for the curved surface area, which is nothing but 2 pi r square. So as 2 pi r square is equal to this, equating this, we'll just try to find out what will be the value of r. Are you getting this one? So first of all, we can just cancel that 7 sevens up, and you will get something r square as 6336 upon 22. So it will be something like this. As r square is equal to 144, obviously value of r will be 12 here. So once ma'am didn't get the calculation. Okay. This one or mixed fraction one? Yes. We'll go for it once again. Which one? But the mixed fraction into improper fraction or this one? Yes. Mixed one. See. Suppose we are talking about a mixed fraction. There will be the case of 3 and 1 half. Okay. It is nothing but a mixed fraction. But what we have to do here, we just have to transform it into improper fraction. It means that the value of the numerator should be greater than the denominator. So we have this mixed fraction here. We can do here 3 completed and 1 half. So we can do it like this. First of all, we just multiply 3 by 2 and whatever will be the answer, after that we'll add 1 into it. That is, we are doing 2 into 3 plus 1 upon 2, which is nothing but 7 upon 2. Are you getting this one now? Yes? Okay, good. So similarly, we have done here 905 into 7 plus 1 upon 7. So this the value of mixed fraction. After that, we just equate it with the formula for curved surface area of the hemisphere. So solving for it, you will get the value for r. Then up to this, then we have to find out its volume. So volume of a sphere is nothing but volume of the hemisphere is nothing but 2 upon 3 pi r cube. So we just put the value of r here. So 2 upon 3 into 22 upon 7 into r cube is nothing but 12 into 12 into 12. So 3 ones are 3 fours are. So value will be 2 into 22 into 4 into 12 into 12 upon 7. So after doing the calculations of the numerator, you will get its value as a 25,344. We just have to divide it by 7. So volume of the hemisphere is nothing but we just have to consider this subtraction. Are you getting this one? 7 3s are, then remainder will be 4. Then again we consider 7 6 are, remainder will be 1 here. Then we'll take the 4, 7 2s are, then there will be 4. So we have to consider 0 point there, right? Volume of the hemisphere will be something like this. 3620.57 cubic centimeter. Then after this, these are the very basic questions. Okay, this is just the first type of question. For the second type, they will ask you the mixed one. Means there will be hemisphere and cone or hemisphere and right circular cylinder and many more things. Fine. Should we move on? Okay. Now see. This will be the actual question which might be asked you in your exams. Okay. A vessel in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder means something like this. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Then find the inner surface area of the vessel. Then we have to find the inner surface area. It means that obviously we have to consider that curved surface area for this hemisphere as well as curved surface area for this cylinder. Are you getting this one? Okay. Now we'll just put what its is. Diameter of the hemisphere is given as 14 centimeter. So we know that if diameter is a 14, obviously its radius will be 7, correct? And the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Total height of the vessel will be 13 centimeter. Then we have to find out inner surface area. So for this question, you just have to use the formula for curved surface area of the cylinder and curved surface area for the hemisphere, right? So for both the cases, you might need the value of R first, which you have it already because we have the value for diameter. If diameter is a 14 centimeter, then obviously radius will be 7. And for this value, we have to find out what will be its height. So for that, you can just subtract the radius of this hemisphere from the total length. So you will get the height of cylinder. So as we have to find out the value of inner surface area, it is nothing but curved surface area of the cylinder and curved surface area of the hemisphere. So we know that curved surface area for the cylinder is nothing but 2 times pi RH, and curved surface area for hemisphere will be 2 times pi r square. Okay. So we have the value for R for this. Then you just have to calculate what will be the value of HCl. As diameter is as 14, it means that radius will be 7 centimeter, right? Then as the total of the vessel is 13 centimeter, if you just have to find out what will be the height of cylinder only, for that you just have to subtract radius of the hemisphere from the total one, right? So obviously if radius is 7, then of this will be 7 again. Hence height of the cylinder is nothing but height of the vessel minus height of the hemisphere. But height of the hemisphere is nothing but we have to consider radius for it. So its answer will be 6 centimeter. So now we have the values of R, values of H, and pi is nothing but 22 upon 7. So we can easily go for this one. The first part is curved surface area of the cylinder. So its formula will be 2 times pi RH. We'll just put the values of R and H here. So 2 times pi into R is nothing but 7 and H is nothing but 6. Hence, curved surface area will be 84 pi square centimeter. Similarly, for finding out the curved surface area for hemisphere, its formula is nothing but 2 times pi r square. So 2 into pi into r is nothing but 7. So we have to consider 7 square there. Hence, curved surface area for hemisphere will be 98 pi square centimeter. Done with this? Are you getting these 2 points? Okay. Now, for finding out the final answer, you just have to add these two values. So, as S1 is 84 pi and S2 is 98 pi, hence inner surface area of the vessel is nothing but 84 pi plus 98 pi. So, its answer will be 182 into pi, but pi is nothing but 22 upon 7. So after calculating this, you will get inner surface area of the vessel will be 572 square centimeter. Getting this one? If you have any doubt, then you can ask anytime. The thing is that whenever there will be such mixed type of word problem, always try to draw a rough figure so that you will get what you have to do actually. Fine? See. The next question is, a toy is in the form of cone of the radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius. Means in this question we have to consider something related to cone and hemisphere. the total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter, then find the total surface area of the toy. Again, it is just the similar one, that a cone is mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius, and that radius is given as 3.5 centimeter. So we know that radius will be 3.5 centimeter. Radius for cone is same as radius for hemisphere. Second case is that the total height of the toy is given as 15.5. So as we have done in the earlier question, the total height of the toy is nothing but height of the cone plus radius of the hemisphere. Right? Then we have to find the total surface area of the toy. So I can see the first part is nothing but cone. So first we have to find out what will be curved surface area for this cone. And second case is that what will be curved surface area of the hemisphere. What will be curved surface area of the hemisphere here, right? So we know that curved surface area for the cone is nothing but pi r l, and curved surface area for hemisphere will be 2 times pi r square. So for this case, already we have the value of r, which is nothing but 3.5 centimeter. For the first case, we just have to find out what will be the value of length here. So L is nothing but slanted height, right? H will be the horizontal one and L is nothing but the slanted. So L is nothing but the slant height, and for this we have to use the formula which I'm solving using Pythagoras theorem, right? Here L is nothing but R square plus H square, and again we have to consider its square root. But for finding out the value of L, first of all we should find out what should be the value of H here. Minus 3.5. 15.5 minus 3.5. Okay, so now the value of h is nothing but 12. So you just have to solve for the L, and slant height is nothing but root of r square plus h square, but r is nothing but 3.5 square and h is nothing but 12 square. So how you will find out the value for 3.5 square? Already we have done this in the previous section. Whenever you have to find out square of a number in which 5 is at the unit place. So for that, first of all, you will just write 25 there and just multiply 3 by the next number. Next immediate number to 3 will be 4. So I will consider multiplication of 4 and 3, which will be 12. So as we have to find the value for 3.5, hence its answer will be 12.25. Getting this one? And we already know the value for 12 square, which is nothing but 1.